Hello, we are here with the double legend, DJ TwinkleToes. How are you today, TwinkleToes?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yes.
It's a great day.
Come on, an excellent day. We're so excited to have you here today. We're just going to ask you quite a few questions to get your perspectives beyond just the DJ booth. And so, are you ready?
Sure, let's go right ahead. I am from Cleveland, Ohio, and now I live in Atlanta, Georgia. TwinkleToes came at a time when I was going by Da Vinci, and my good sister, Moncherie Balmain, she was like, Da Vinci's, you know, I get it, but girl, I don't see that for you. This is around 2010. She was like, you know what, you a dancer, you light on your feet, you love to fucking, you know, sprinkle the world with joy with your music and stuff. So, bitch, TwinkleToes, bitch. And I was like, girl, I want to be like 50 years old, go by TwinkleToes, you know what I'm saying? But I said, fuck it. Ain't nobody gonna forget that shit, so let's go right ahead and get it in. And I just stuck with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Dance-wise, I went to Newton Baker in Cleveland, Ohio. That was a elementary school of the arts. And I went there from 3rd grade to 5th grade. Initially, I was going to go to the middle school, high school, CSA for singing. And la 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 la, I can't sing, child. I do a little bit. That's a little secret I have. But went there for dance, and I ended up doing a lot of all-city programs and stuff in Cleveland, Ohio, outside of School of Arts. Outside of that, pretty much, yeah, that's about it. I have a little sister, her name is Danielle Ray, and she is a Kiki, a character. I love being around her because our banter is retarded. Like, we come up with the most stupid stuff, and I'm not even gonna go into the song we came up with, honey. I'm not even gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I promise I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna save that for an actual beat. Well, I don't know my dad, but my mother, like from day one, knew I was gonna be a homo sapien. So I just said, okay. 14 years old, told her. Around that time is when I was introduced to Ballroom as well too. So family would be my mother, my sister, and then my auntie and uncle. I ended up staying with them for like a few months in 2009. And at that same time, on America's Best Dance Crew was the Tony, Leonie, Deshawn, Malachi team. And we were faithfully watching it every week. And yeah, I showed them, oh yeah, I can do that too. And da-da-da-da-da. Next thing you know, they was just all supportive and stuff. But they're super Christian. So it was kind of like one of the things where I was kind of afraid to show it to them. But you know, it was on TV, so you know, you just gotta respect talent where it is. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I love my family, man. They really hold me down. Okay, well, I definitely start with Final Lure, R.I.P. The Blueprint for Why We Do What We Do, Mike Q, Angel X, both of them. I ain't trying to be controversial with both of them. Pretty much, you know, J.R. Revlon. There's a lot of people that I've heard take songs and reimagine them into something that you can bowl to. Like, that Conceited beat was one of the first ones I just fell in love with. Breaking Dishes by Rihanna. That beat was crazy when I first was like really getting into like the new wave of how they were coming about it. Because back when I came out, it was like you kind of vote to beats in that BPM of a Vogue beat, but not with crashes, pretty much. So it could be a popular song. Hell, we was voting to goddamn I'ma Save on the Side of my Crusade. I'ma Save on the, you know what I'm saying? Hee-hee-ha, woo! You know, that type of shit. And then you'll have your Jersey Club or your Be More Bounce, some like Detroit type shit, like Percolator or stuff like that, you know. And outside of that, you know, your little, what do we call it again? Your bitch beats.
Bitch tracks.
Your bitch tracks, yeah. My laptop. I don't come for money, so it's not giving that. But if you have there's a will, there's a way. You'll find a way to create. Like another instrument I used to play when I was younger was the keyboard. Nobody taught me how to play a piano. I learned chords by looking at the light up buttons on the thing and oh, that's what that is. Okay, and pretty much everything for me has been a learning experience to just get to where I have been and where I'm going. All right, so around 2010, I started to make beats. At the time, I was doing a lot of mixes for drag shows, pageants, and I would take those kind of songs and make them into vocal beats, put a little high behind it or whatever. Because the songs was kind of cute, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I want to hear this as a vocal beat, I'm trying to remember the first beat CD I had, what songs were on there. Aha came a little bit later in that mix, but that's one of my first beats that people kind of took to. I started selling beat CDs. So I would go to every Wednesday, Andre would have a ball, Angel X would be behind the board. And I would hear some of my beats being played. And then the age of my ex, she was like, yo, you're playing your beats, child. And I said, really? I didn't catch it. So then we would literally go back in there and it'd be pumping and it'd be snuck in there and it'd be my beat. And I was like, oh, he just played my beats. And then I was like, yes, where'd you get this from? And then he was like, well, some of my friends have CDs and, I was like, okay. Next thing you know, it was she heard the drop, but it went over my beat. And she was like, that's his beat, don't be doing that stuff or whatever. So she had a whole sabbatical about it and she went to Andre and was like, look, if y'all don't put him on the motherfucking marquee as the DJ, because you already playing his beats, go ahead and, let him do his shit. And I was like, I don't have no equipment, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just making beats, what do I do? So they gave me a shot and in my brain I'm like, well, the only rational thing I can think to do is literally just make more beats, put them together, make a whole set of probably 25-minute segments of different beats. Beats that I like, beats that I can tweak, beats that I have actually created myself. And next thing you know, I was DJing for Andre every Wednesday. Yes, and right after that I started DJing at 708 in the beat room as well too. Equipment came later. much later. 708 was in Atlanta, but unfortunately, a lot of cities, kind of like what they did with Escalitas, they somebody bought the property or took it over or whatever, and we just don't have that venue anymore. We don't have that space. A lot of our LGBT spaces have been taken from us, and we have to kind of fight. Even for our Monday nights here in Atlanta, we're still going through a process where it's either the Marquette or it's 840 or it's, wherever we can find a location. I feel like with Ballroom, we really need to lock in on getting our spaces and keeping them. So when we need stuff, we don't have to go outside and try to find so many resources to pull things. We already are the resource. We need to go ahead and pull it together. But that's what happened with 708s. Well, the first one was me just playing around with, when I was a Blonic, I used to bring my beat CDs to the practices. Sincere, Naima, Diamond, rest in peace. We used to always play around with my music and stuff like that. When Champ was a Blonic as well, they used to always tell me, bitch, your beats are bad, your beats are sensitive, bitch, your beats are nasty. He'd be like, your beats are dirty. And Camille was like, yeah, we might start having to hire you for balls and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, So that type of stuff already just let me know I had the ear and I had the listeners' ears. And that transaction be happening every time they pump a beat of mine, so. All right, well, I'm deemed double legend in the Kiki scene for performance and for DJing. 2020, to January is when they did the legendary performance. And then I want to say like late November, December 2023 is when they did the legendary for DJing. Yeah, I think that's about right. I started in the Kiki scene early on in my journey here in Atlanta. I moved here in 2008. I was a pink lady in 2010, 2011, that era. So my stipulations for me getting being legendary was to come back out and do a whole year's worth of, walking and being present. And I done that, and child, I ain't win shit that whole time, but they did me. And I think that speaks to like the scene and how considerate they are. Like they think of you as, not just the wins, but the moments and the fact that you're still, out there. Like when I got deemed, I think I was like 35, right now I am 37, so no, I was like 33, 34, maybe. And then DJing and stuff for the Kiki scene, it's been a long time as well. So I think those two go hand in hand. Also, like, I think they think about the overall impact of the beats. As far as like the reach, my beats aren't just local. Like they're pretty much streamed and DJed everywhere on pretty much every platform. So I guess it was only right for the be legendary, and I appreciate the people that did me. Akasha for performance and Trayshawn for DJing.
And then how does it feel to be, to receive multiple nominations for the first annual Ballroom Grammys?
Yo, that's crazy as fuck, because let me tell you, I literally was coming up with an idea and I said, bitch, I want my first ball to be the Ballroom Grammys, because I feel like DJs, commentators, and just the overall sound that we create for the scene and craft for the scene, we don't get the love. And DJ producers, like, because those are two different things. You have your producers and you have people that actually DJ. That's two different things. I want y'all to get that. It's two different things. I can make a beat, you know what I'm saying, but that don't mean I can DJ it. You get what I'm saying? And if I'm a DJ and I don't know how to produce or make tracks or, do that side of it, that's a whole other thing too. So, yeah. Keep that in mind, y'all. But I really wanted to do that for my first ball. I wanted one of my categories to be team performance. And I wanted it to be the commentators team versus the DJs team. I just really thought that would be cute because a lot of them bold, like they got it, they still got it too. And I wanted to kind of highlight the journeys of people and like celebrate the music that's out there and just get like a whole team like the Grammys do and have them, put the nominations up there. I feel like for me, that's an honor because I have put a lot of work out. I think I've done enough. But I'm very blessed. And I found out that he was doing this right when I came up with the idea to come up with that ball. And I was like, what the fuck? I can't even do the ball now, but hey, I was trying to give him ideas and stuff too. I was like, he's like, it's the first year, so we're not gonna do too much. We're gonna save it for next year. Because I really wanted it to be like kind of a combination, like where it's Kiki and mainstream, so both scenes can be celebrated. I think when we kind of do those kind of events, it's kind of confusing because you gotta be in this house or that house. But I just wanted it to be like an open to all kind of a thing where everybody could just be celebrated and just have a good time. Like no house affiliation at all. But yeah, I'm very honored and I appreciate y'all for thinking of me that way. Thank y'all.
And then what inspired the Grammy-nominated Timeless Remix album? Tell us about your experience producing these tracks and just the ideation.
Oh wow, so that one came like, when I first heard that album, I was like, yo, every bitch on here is beatifiable. Like, every bitch that I have heard on that album is giving me, that's the beat, that's the beat. This is like 3 beats in one song. Like, oh God. And that's exactly how I make my beats too, y'all. So if y'all notice, when I make my beats, they start off a certain way. And then somewhere through that beat, it's like a transition or a build, and then it goes into something that you never even thought the beat could sound like. Like, that's because I'm literally hearing different shit in the songs. And that album, it just, I don't know what made me want to do an album like that, but I was just like, bitch, I really want to do it. Like, let me just take this as a project of mine and try something different. Like, I don't release albums. Like, I always just do songs, singles, or I'll do like a little dump of songs I've done that week, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, that album spoke to me and it made me feel kind. And I just said, I want to do it my way. If that makes sense. Twinklefy that hoe. Yeah.
We're just gonna play out 7 different tracks and just tell us a bit about how they made you feel and how you kind of came up with the ideas. So, first, aha.
Literally, like Oprah Winfrey, the aha moment. The aha, this is the one, this is it. Ah, a breath of fresh air. It's like, and then it's like, ha, bitch, I got you. It's like, aha. You know what I'm saying? It's like, da, 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 ah, da, 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 da. You know, it just made sense to me. That's why I just felt it in that way, and it just said, yeah, this is it. And then that motherfucking trumpet coming in, boom, it just thumps and just, ooh. It's like you're stumping inside of somebody's motherfucking pussy, honey. You just stumping in their pussy. Boom, 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 boom. You know, it just, you feel it throbbing. Like this damn thing in my head is throbbing. Too tight.
And actually, quick side question. So, you often see certain beats, especially your beats play a lot for OTA performance or some other category. Do you know they're going to be like an OTA performance? Like, when you make a beat, oh, this is going to be for some battles. This is going to be for tens. This is going to be...
Great question. And sometimes yes, sometimes no. Heaven is a Place on Earth is a beat that I did not see doing at all, but it did. I released that with like 5 other tracks at the same time, and it gave like, it was a skip over for a second, and then somehow, I don't know where it came from, but bitches just started streaming. I just looked on the thing, I said, her. This week, okay. Now it's like the top track I've ever made. Like it's, and now everybody's like literally made TikToks to it and stuff. So I'm like, I don't think about making a beat anymore in the way of ball specific all the time. I do that sometimes. Like if it's a ball that's themed, yes. But when it's a ball that's just open to all or anything like that, then yeah, you're gonna get those type of beats and stuff. But typically I kind of like think in a binaural way when it's like the latex ball or something like that, and you're gonna hear the latex, you know what I'm saying? You got a theme going on. So I kind of like ride with the theme. But making beats, it's not a specific like thought process. Cause I've been gagged where I made a beat for a battling and they wanted for the tens. Or I made a beat for tens or battling and they don't play it at all with the balls. They just play it a lot for like practices. Like I'll go online and I'll see on YouTube like the Juicies are having a practice or or the Alpha Omegas are having a practice and they be playing the beat at the practice, you know. It's interesting, you know, music is very subjective, so I feel like everybody has their own way of receiving a piece of music, so yeah. Oh, the jump high, okay. Ooh, she gonna kill me for forgiving her. But baby, that was not even like released. It was something that I made for her specifically, and I just said, I'm gonna put it on SoundCloud for you, because she asked for a few beats. And typically when somebody asks for a beat, I'd be like, if you got requests, honey, that's $50. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm literally doing a whole bunch of other productions for other people. So, if, you know, I work a job as well. So it's not like I can just jump and be at the computer. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay for my time, my talent, and my, you know, the way I have to fuck the speed up. So, you know, damn it, ooh, she don't beat me so bad. I'm sorry, baby. Much love to you. However, she shared that shit with Hazel Barnett. And they had tag team performance in OTA. No, not tag team, it was team performance OTA. Man, and it was just like, she literally embodied the fuck of what I was thinking when I made the beat, like, ooh. And after that, it was just like, everybody was just like, ooh, where's that beat? Ooh, where's that beat? Ooh, where's that beat? And then I uploaded it after she had debuted at LTA. Yeah, that was a whole other type of release. I never released no beat through a bitch out there voguing down like, oh, my knees carry. And bitch, you're bad. I love you, Hazel. Yes, God.
Now she vote to the exclusive.
The exclusive. Like, nobody had that at all. Nobody heard it though. And then when I saw Zala Blair's face when she had came out there and did something, oh yeah, this about to be the next one. No, because you gotta think about it, like, it's a combination of not just the vocal on the floor, but the beat behind it and how they're interpreting the beat with their body. So, the crowd receiving that, it's like a nasty, perfect marriage. Like, oh my God. Chef's kiss. I might be releasing some more beats like that. Y'all don't know. Turbo Cunt. So, Turbo Cunt and Fembot. Those two were like my brain thinking very like robotic. And I had a lot of robotic kind of like sound effects that I chopped up and mangled and like crazy like robotic-esque elasticy bass lines, silky but ging 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 ging. Then you get it, bitch. Like I was just like, oh, my pussy is doing the beatbox right now. Like, yeah, the girls gotta hear this as a beat. So I went through it and I just did my little shit on there, put my little sprinkle on that home. You got your aha and your Fembot and your Turbo Cunt at the same time that way, actually. That was my like electronical kind of cunt vibes. I'm a Banji set too. I might get bougie, but I'm Banji. And I love like shit that takes me back to like when I was a child and everybody was just popping. They weren't twerking back in the day, they were popping, they were. You know, they weren't pop, 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 they were you feel me? I'm old now, so my back hurt. But yeah, that motherfucking shit just said, okay, what if I turn this into a Vogue beat? And it's just like, and that just felt like, should be like when the beat comes in, like I just, you know, like when you hear certain things, you just be like, okay, yeah, and I have a whole chain of events that happens when I'm making a beat, and it's just like, I have got to get this shit off. I can't hold this shit in. You know? You can't hold this shit in, you gotta release. Every time I come out for LSS, I want that beat. That's what I be wanting bitches to say too. I'm not gonna do it. But I want y'all to say it though. I just might do it, you don't know. I might. If the promoters treat me right, yes.
And then the Nasty Mix with Janet Jackson, Vanity 6, and Tinashe. Nasty. I wanted it to be cunt. I didn't want it to be dramatic. I wanted it to be very intimate feeling. I wanted it to be like an inner nasty, not an outward nasty, you know, like a, oh, you know, or the other one I did, Shawala Walla Shebang Bang. Like those are outwardly nasty kind of cunt, banji, in your face ones. I wanted to, somebody go, I wanted to be like that, like a real nasty inner cat just crawling inside of you, like, somebody gonna match my freak. Somebody gonna match my dad. You know? Them your cons. That one is one of my favorites. From one of my favorite artists. I love Lena Hathaway. That's Donny Hathaway's daughter, if you did not know. And she is an amazing jazz artist, neo-soul artist. Rock and roll, independent. She's just always been one of those voices that she could do so much. But then when she did that thing where she split her voice,
I said, bitch, it's giving me something more. It's like, oh my God. Let me put that in the beat. Oh my God, yeah, aha, again. You know, and then I was thinking to myself, we had a hand performance kind of like challenge that they had me do. And I was like, play this for hand performance, play this for hand performance. And I was like, I'm tired of that one. Or it's hard for them to catch that one. Or that one is too fast, too slow. I just think it's something where the people can like just and it's like she's kind of telling the story with her mouth like you would with your hands. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things where you can you know, you're telling your story with her kind of like as a backdrop, if that makes sense. Versus somebody saying elevator, up, down. Up and down, you know, it's like a different version of a hand performance beat. I'm tired of like people limiting their brains to what certain categories should sound like. I think we should kind of challenge that, you know, like how years ago we were trying to challenge the high, like see if bitches can vogue without the high, you know, or vogue to a hip hop beat or a crunk beat or something else. I want to see more balls challenge the concept of what sounds should go with certain categories. You know, like Love Hangover, fab song, honey. But I do not want to play that ever again for Face. I'm telling you right now, that is aggy as hell. There's so many other songs that make a bitch say, You know, there's so many songs for cunt versus cunt, those bitch beats, you know. There's so many other type of songs we can incorporate with the Ballroom soundtrack. It's time to start doing stuff a little different. And that's where my brain went when I said, okay, I'm gonna actually make that a hand performance beat. The Old High, Selfin, my auntie, my big sister / auntie, favorite beat of mine. Earth, Wind & Fire is one of my favorite bands of all time. Their musical arrangements, the fact they play live instruments. You know, when I'm doing samples, it's because it's something live. I don't like sampling something that's already computerized unless it's a With the Old High, it gives like marching band kind almost, but then it also gives you those kind of like old school elements just from the vibes. Just from the chords, just from like the way I stabbed it out, you know, and the way I kind of like manipulated the song. And I put Sheila E. Glamorous Life in there too. So it's one of those kind of beats that just takes you back to like the 80s and stuff. The first beat I ever released was like a remix I did of Beyonce, it was In the Time. That one. So that song, I think it was like a challenge or something that they had us do. Oh, I'm getting my head is helping this damn thing. I'm old, y'all know my head is fucked up. Anyways, yeah, the motherfucking Beyonce song, and I had got like a lot of views on that one. After that, I think I had to copyright strike on it because SoundCloud was starting to get to copyright strikes and stuff then, so they had took it down. I'm like, really? Like y'all really made us get on SoundCloud doing a challenge for something, and y'all took it down? Well, oh well. I've had that issue a few times with Beyonce's camp, actually. Yeah. Oh, shit. Alright, so when I went on my 5-year sabbatical, or my 5-year exodus from Ballroom, I was doing a lot of music and stuff, and I was trying to do something different for myself. I wanted to do R&B music, and I think my voice, you know, was kind of homosexual, so I kind of like shied away from it because I was like, ugh, that sounds gay as hell, you know? And then I just started owning it, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. If I can put my voice on key, and if I can, you know, modulate and, you know, come in and come out in crescendo and no harmonies and layers and stacks and stuff like that, you know, it helped me to help my vocal beats come out better too, because now I'm able to really do what I want as far as like sonically knowing what to do in the studio that I use. FL Studio, that's what I use for my interface, and it helped me navigate that a lot more too. So when you hear me putting effects on vocals and stuff, with stems and stuff from other tracks, it's because I use that for my stuff on my R&B SoundCloud. Yeah, futuristic sex R&B, honey. I don't know why that name came out so Justin Timberlake, but it did.
You already hit on it, so that's good. But you took a break from releasing music for about 5 years. What do you think encouraged that break, and how did that break also help you once you returned?
All right, so it was a lot of ballroom reasons why I left. Like, I just didn't feel, I don't know, it was kind of like I had lost the passion for ballroom altogether. And it came in like waves when I would want to, go out and stuff. But then I just kind of felt. So my journey has been very interesting. Coming up, I had like experience in Cleveland, Ohio. So when I made it to Atlanta, I'm still like in their eyes. First of all, I'm like a new person to them. And then me being a new person brings like a new performance. They're gonna kind of think I'm a virgin still, in their eyes, but they already know like the bowl is already set in my body. But if you come from Cleveland, Ohio, we vogue very dramatic or very soft. So their version of soft would be what they're used to seeing win all the time in Atlanta. And their version of dramatic would be what they're used to seeing win all the time in Atlanta as well too, or in New York. So I think I brought a different flavor. Sometimes I felt a little jaded and stuff, so I would be like, maybe they don't like me or something, And I had to realize, no, it's just you just didn't win that battle. I was internalizing a lot of stuff, and I was making it out to be something that it was not. It never took away from my talent or anything like that, but it made me at those times feel like undervalued. I felt like a lot of times I was not able to perform because I was DJing too much as well too. So with that going on, it was just like, now I'm completely off the floor for most of the year. I'm completely DJing all the mainstream balls. And it's not like I'm traveling a hell of a lot to actually vogue. So, or even DJ. So at that point, it was kind of like a crossroads. It was like either, take a break or just pay it all together. And I ended up like, just taking a break. I was going to pay it, and then I just said, you know what? When it's in you, it's in you. And it made me feel like, what am I doing? I've wasted all them years that I spent crafting and coming up with this whole persona and this whole energy. Like, I'm just going to go away and like not come back, So when I came back, I was like, okay, I'm going to take my time coming back in. I'm not going to try to just bum rush my way through or be, extra about anything. That's never been my character. But, when I first came back, it was like a little rocky and stuff at first because I was dealing with a guy that did not want me to be a part of Ballroom. And it made me feel like, damn, I can't even get an effect because if you see me in this effect, he's not going to want to deal with me on that level no more. So I ended up slowly but surely separate from him, and next thing I know, I'm like back, like full force. I was a Banji cunt, and then I was a Zara, and then we were 007s, where we stayed together, and we ended up being a part of YG Lux, and then eventually I became a Marciano, and now I'm a 007 in the Kiki scene. When I left mainstream, I was still in Miss Rahi. When I came back as a Miss Rahi. And now I'm a 007 in that scene as well too. So, as of this stage, which is January 2nd, 2025. 00 both scenes. Okay. I got the date right. Okay. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, and also, it gave me a time to like recalibrate myself, like get that fire back in me for like the hunger of the game of ballroom. Like, it's fun. It's a game. Like, it's not to be taken like it's the end of the world. Like, they don't take away from your talent when you lose. They don't take away from your, hell, they didn't take away from my damn legendary status when I lost that whole fucking year. You know, I didn't have the grand prize, but first of all, to be fair, a lot of the girls that were winning and are winning have used my movesets. Y'all might not even know, but the movesets that y'all are out here going up for, yeah. Naomi ain't the only one with stunts, honey. Seriously, like, it's a lot of people that borrow moves, or they remix moves, or energies, or antics. Not just stunts, but antics too. Oh God, that's a whole other conversation breaking down all of that. See, y'all always go around the world to get back. Let me stay on track, okay? Because I answered the question about 25 minutes ago. I think that's why I've always been like to myself, and I'm like very introverted, because I think about so much stuff, and I've always think about it in a cycle. My beats give this, literally.
Throughout your journey, do performance and the music hold equal importance? Or
hell yeah. Let me tell you something about DJing. DJing is a performance. Diwali said it best, honey. DJing is a performance. And I feel like we get shitted on so many times because we're getting paid to be there. But if a bitch wins a category, are they getting paid to show up and show out to and fulfill the category? It's the same thing. But them bitches get paid way more for 30 seconds of fame, honey, than we do for being there from the beginning of the fucking ball, setting up. We be helping y'all asses get chairs and tables and everything out. Like, we don't just sit there and just play music. If you ask us, we will help you get your shit, together for y'all ball with y'all. We typically start very late to get there. Things don't be handled properly, and we're performing the whole night for that 6, 7, 8 hour stint or whatever. We don't have bathroom breaks for real. Like, y'all gotta remember, we're humans too. And when it's a commentator, they usually have another commentator that they could swap out and be like, okay, well, if I need to use the bathroom, or DJ play some beats real quick, I'll be right back, whatever it is, they still have a way where they can, like, be a human being, go relieve themselves. They can have people, bring them drinks and stuff, food, nourishment. I be at them motherfucking balls sitting there back there. Sometimes I'm in a house and they'll just come back there to say hello or kiss my ass. I'll be back there the whole night. Come stand by me. You're not gonna get pushed away. I be wanting to be around some people. Like, I'll be wanting that extra eye too. Like, I can't see half the time I'm performing. I'll be in a ball, and most of the time when a bitch is about to vote, everybody in front of the goddamn booth like this, just standing in my fucking face. Or they sitting on the goddamn speakers, and the speakers getting all muted and shit because y'all are blocking the sound. Like, y'all are so narcissistic sometimes and y'all don't see it. And I be like, oh my God, I can't even do my job because y'all won't allow me to do it. I do my best, I do. I play the best beats I can. I follow the crowd. I follow the performers on the floor. And every performance is different because every ball is different. There's always another theme. I always try to bring the theme music with the ball I'm DJing. It'd be a lot that I put into it. So to get shitted on the way we do sometimes, it'd be like, yo, what's really going on? Like, is it that y'all just being cheap? Is it that y'all don't really care? Is it that y'all don't want to acknowledge the people? And it's crazy because, like, I've been doing this since 2011. It's 2025. Is there any consideration for a legendary status in mainstream? I don't know. I'm not pressuring it, but if you look at the track record of how things have gone for other people, it'd be like, well, girl, what more do I gotta do? Like, what more do you want from me? In my Tyrese voice, So, it is what it is. I just be having fun, bro, like, for real. But people keep asking me, aren't you legendary? It makes you think like, bitch, girl, why y'all keep telling me this shit? People keep saying, you are a legend, you are I just need a plaque. At this point, like, I feel like I have created a lot of music over a lot of time. And in a short period of time, things that are happening now, I'm on top of that shit. Like, every time. Like, I'm still current. You know, and even when I'm voguing on the floor and stuff, I think myself as a performer, I can identify with the people that's on the floor because I actually am still out there on the floor voguing, you know, competing, you know. So it's like I'm currently in my brain knowing I cannot see what's going on. I'm still gonna put myself out there on the floor. And if I play this right now, when they said DJ drop the beat, I know when that first dip should be. I know, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm going through things in my mind. And then sometimes I'll be like, okay, I see these two in the back. I might not be able to see them in the front, but I know this bitch dips a lot. I know she's real stunty. And I know at this point she's gonna do a nasty breakdown. So in my brain, I'm literally like going over like, okay, yeah, stutter this bitch right here. Had that crash over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally performing the entire time for performance, the entire time for runway. We have to do. You know, make sure the motherfuckers is ready. You know, if they're not ready in the back, honey, we gotta keep you going still. Fashion categories. I'm always bringing some hot fucking shit for fashion categories. Like, for motherfucking realness. Y'all always getting that gangster shit. Y'all always getting that gangster pussy. You know, that gangster bitch shit. You know, you getting all the shit you need. So it's like, what do you really need from me to put that stamp on there? Like, what's gonna say, boom, you know?
So yeah, there are some tracks that are really popular and we have a very fast turnaround. Just tell me about some tracks like Everybody Hot or like My House Hot. Like when you know something's about to pop, where does your mind go to get that out so quick?
My mind is like, okay, I know it's gonna be 50-11 DJs is gonna attack this beat. But when I do it, I want to do it my way. I want to do it very usher, very Janet Control about it, you know, because it's only one me, and my brain is the only one that's going to operate this way. So I'll hear the beat. I'll listen to the sounds. I'll see if I can stem the tracks out. If I can, I will solo just the vocal, solo just the instruments. I go through like the drums, you know, the whole drum pattern out. Take the kick out of there. Take the snare out, excuse me. Take the hi-hats out. I'll do some stuff where it's like, I'm really making a whole new fucking beat. But if the beat is already fire, I'm really just adding the kick to it, more bass to it. Cause when I'm DJing, sometimes I have to think about the systems I'm using as well. Like if I'm using a system that don't have that 808 bass, that fucking heavy ass, you know, that thumper, I'm gonna have to make the thumper come off the top ones. So I have to be mindful of that as well too. And I have to think like, okay, this beat is cute, but this need a breakdown right here. Or this beat is cute, but this beat needs that, put the high with that one. Yeah, so they could remember this is a high remix. You know what I'm saying? Or a high rehashing. But then it's twinkified, it's not delicified or devilified, you know. So it's, you know, it's twinkified.
So how should people accommodate the DJ in the ball? What should they do and not do?
Ooh, Jesus, people or promoter?
More people in the collective. You can throw the promoter in there too.
Ooh, Jesus.
Or do they need their own section?
They need their own section.
Let's start with just the people, and I got you.
Keep all that in there too. Just like that. The people can accommodate the DJ by not being in the way, not sitting on people's speakers. You don't know if they're mine, if they're rented, if they're the clubs, if they're my friends. You don't know whose shit that is. If somebody treats your shit like that, you'll be fucking mad. So please don't let the other person come out. Because y'all know I do have a very short temper when I'm at that level. And I will go crazy. I'm crazy as fuck. I am. People, if you see me behind the booth, please come give me a hug. Say what's up, you know, speak. I'm cool as fuck and I love to see people that I haven't seen in years. I like to meet new people and just get their perspectives. Like, you know, I'm able like to DJ and still fuck with a person, you know? Also, please, if you are like doing a production, please send that shit into the promoter. He's gonna give you the right email. And make sure you definitely try to find your way to me and see if I got the email during the ball, okay? But don't come to me at the last minute and have me play a beat. Like, that is so aggravating to me. Like, don't do that. It's aggy. It's fuck. I'm crying. Oh my God. You need Jesus. Promoters. Should I start with the coins first? Should I start with the timing of everything as far as like asking for the coins? Like how much should I, like when you should ask that? Like, I mean, for me, I'm gonna do things differently this year. Contracts are being developed as we speak. Any gigs I have coming up, it's gonna be months in advance, at least 3. I need to make sure I have the time to do this. I need to make sure that I'm able to be accommodated. Like if I'm going out of town, I should not have to worry about transportation. I should not have to worry about lodging as well. Like all that stuff should be in your feed for a DJ, because think about it, like your commentators, y'all will fly all of them out and have them in the hotel room. But the DJs are literally just riding up with somebody or riding by themselves and don't have no place to go afterwards. Like, you know, it's just weird. Like, all that stuff is gonna be these contracts this year, baby. No shade. And I'm not playing that shit with myself anymore. I've been through the muck too many times. Promoters, please make sure your DJs feel like they're loved as well. You always give the judges the motherfucking gift bag, the motherfucking food, the motherfucking whoosh wash kebabs, bitch. And I'd be like, girl, where's my little whoosh wash kebabs, bitch? I want a kebab. I want a motherfucking soda, bitch. Can I get a goddamn cocktail if I want one, you know? It don't make sense to me how I feel like we get treated like shit. And mind you, the other DJs, they don't get treated no less than me either. Like, they keep getting the same runaround. It's a pattern with the promoters. Like, they just don't give a fuck sometimes. Or their mind is so focused on the ball running smoothly that they literally they'll just be like looking at you and stuff, making sure you're playing the right shit, but they'll be looking at you to make sure, did you use the bathroom? Did you get something to eat? It'd be food, it'd be all type of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not voguing at night, I can eat mac and cheese at a ball, bitch. Cause I'm not about to be shit, you know, nervous and do the bubble, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm voguing at a ball, no ma'am. I'm not risking to have bubble guts when I'm already nervous. And I still do get nervous. I get nervous when I DJ too, because I know some shit gonna happen. You know, oh my God, like, it definitely gives. Sometimes shit is gonna happen. So I mentally prepare myself before the ball. If some shit happens, make sure I have mental insurance. Make sure my vibe is right. So if some shit pops off, I don't spaz out and I'm chilling. Like, you know, it's just, Jesus, promoters, please. Love on your DJs, love on us, please, because we're the life of the party. We're the sound, we're the reason why the girls come out, and when they come out, they're having a good time. Try to help us promote y'all a bit more. Like, I like what Rico Chappelle was doing with his promotions and stuff. Putting all the flyers and stuff out there for each category. You know, that's dope. Like, and tagging the DJ in there. Like, if y'all got production, you should be knowing, you know, what's going on. I appreciate when promoters do the right thing. There's a lot of promoters that do the right thing. And I don't believe no promoter intentionally makes it out their mission out to fucking make the DJ upset or, you know, mad. But it's like, at a certain point, you just notice a pattern. Like, sometimes you just be feeling like left out. Like, how am I the life of the party, but I feel like I'm not even a part of it? It starts with me first, you know. Being nice has got me but so far. Being an asshole has never got me anywhere, because I've never been there yet. But, new grace, new mercy, new year. Oh my God, these bitches bite my swag. No, like, I feel like imitation is the greatest form of flattery. There's a lot of people that I can tell, like, bitch, y'all got that same kind of twinkle cadence. Y'all got the same kind of twinkle, like, staging of the track. Like the way y'all intro and then da-da-da-da. I'd be like, yo, I'm really making my mark out here in these streets. Like, that's dope to me. I don't ever take offense to nobody that I can tell, like, is on it. Because that's dope. Like, I get flattered and I get humbled, like, really quickly. So, I told y'all, the asshole, you know, because there's no reason to be an asshole about that. Like, that's dope. Just like the girls that steal my moves. It's beautiful. Beautiful gowns, bitch. Yeah. But I see you. Commentators. Sometimes you're not mindful. You're not demure with the mic. It's like, oh my God, can you just tone it down a little bit? You know, because you speak like this and then you I'll be like, girl, you are loud as fuck. How you gonna go from a mouse to an elephant? Like, but you expect me to be able to control, and mind you, sometimes the fucking microphone is not even connected to my shit, so I have to go around the room to make sure that the levels is right, girl. Like, what's going on, you know? So when they're doing fine and it's in the right pocket, it's not overpowering the beat, you know, it's symbolic, it's beautiful. But then when it's like a little too powerful because you love this bitch and you know she's about to carry it, and you just give like that extra it'd be like, child, just tone it down a little bit. Because I'm tired of having to run around the world and go dial your damn big loud mouth ass, you know. But that happens a lot too, like, Jesus. But outside of that, they chantings be fab, honey. I like the chantings. I love them. I love the chantings. I love the fact that they kind of be in the moment with me. Like, they be loving the beats I play, and then I'll be like following what they say, and I'll do my crashes to them too. That's another way that I can't see the people on the floor, but I can hear what they're giving. So it kind of helps me to feel that empty space of what I cannot see. People, it's all love. People just don't be knowing what they be doing most of the time. Yeah. They just be in the feeling and not in the actuality sometimes. Like, they be more in the spirit of the moment. And they don't be realizing, like, y'all ruining the moment by being too loud, or y'all ruining the moment by me not being able to see, or y'all ruining the moment by not being considerate, you know? So, me, I'm always like I feel like I'm like the driver on the road that's driving for other people. Like, I'm always the one that's thinking about everything. You know, like, even if I'm playing a long mix and y'all see me step away from the booth just to see what's going on, I'm getting a vibe. Like, I'm walking outside. I have my mix on so I can hear what the girls are hearing before they hit the door. Is the sound booming when they come in? Is the motherfuckers like on this side of the room? It's like you can't hear it. You know, I want that whole room to be filled with the vibes. So it's like there's no reason why that person don't know when Paris or anybody's on the microphone is giving like their categories coming up. Everybody can hear what's going on. You know, it's not just I'm taking a break situation, even though most of the time I am, because I do get my nerves, do get a little bit intense. So I do need to talk to people and get out there too. That helps me to, you know, feel it better myself. But outside of that, I'm definitely very mindful. I have to make sure that everybody is in a good mood. Like, a ball is a celebration. So, you know, I think we have too many balls. We have too many celebrations. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? A ball is a celebration. A ball is a celebration. You know what I'm saying? A ball should not be every goddamn day. Everywhere around the world, every goddamn day. I mean, every life is a celebration, I get that. But god damn, like, y'all kind of like overkilling it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all get these local DJs, child. They're like, shit about what? We ain't even going there, honey. Let's just... I'm gonna take my mouth off of that. Oh shit about it, like, child, y'all got them orchestrating the sound for the celebration and they don't know shit about the celebration? What is that? It's that promoter's mindset. Let it be affordable, let it be, you know, cost effective and, you know, but you get what you pay for. So keep that in mind too. But they will spend $1,000 just to say they had $1,000 for this category, and this person won $10,000 for this over here. But y'all don't have the best of the best in that room to help that moment be an official moment. Cause that's another thing too. DJs, we create the moments with you bitches. The commentator, y'all kiss they ass for LSS. But the DJ, y'all don't kiss our ass for shit. Y'all make us feel like shit. And it don't make no sense to me that y'all are out here kissing the commentator ass and paying them for LSSs and want to kiss up to them. But then when y'all get to the DJ, oh, he supposed to just know what the fuck to play for everything. If he's taking a piss right now, or it's child, he late. What? That don't even make sense. Like, y'all whole mentality around that is dumb. I'm just gonna say it. It's not helpful. And it's unproductive, and we as a scene need to celebrate everybody that's a part of the scene for it to grow. And not in a everyday way, but grow as with the talent, grow as with the moments being made. I feel like we're kind of stagnant right now because everybody making the same fucking moment over and over. Like, when is it gonna grow the fuck up? Okay, I'm done ranting right now.
Beautiful. This stuff people need to hear, like, for real. It's hard to take into consideration too what you don't experience. Not that that's an excuse of any part.
Oh no,
just
keep
be
that
respectful.
No, because you don't know. Like, that makes perfect sense. But now when you do have a heart, or you do understand like this is a person too, there's certain things that you would think about. But I feel like everybody's brain just be so wrapped up in their own world that they don't think about the other person. They just expect this person gonna show up and do their best. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna expect me to show up and be sick. They're not gonna show up and expect something that had happened to me and I can't perform at my best. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just expect, and they don't even put out the right energy for me to want to be my best. But I still show up to be my best anyways. Because it's not about me, it's about the moments, it's about the scene, it's about making people feel good. It's about making that party be a party, a celebration. Not a something that's gonna take away from any of that, Performance-wise, my performance started when I was like 14 years old. I was in dance class at School of Arts. We were doing some African dance or whatever to like a Yolanda Adams song, and then it had like some modern movements in there, and then it gave this move right here. It was like and this is Yolanda Adams, mind you. Why are we touching our titties? So I was thinking to myself, what the fuck are we doing? And motherfucking T.O.She, Prestige, he goes by Joe Vine. Well, he went by T.O.She. He was my first gay mother, and he was like, bitch, we're voguing. I said, what's that? Is it like pajama? Like, like the ugly dance that people do when they say voguing? And he said, no, bitch. And then he went into a whole dramatic ass dance. I said, girl, what was that? You just hurt yourself, bitch? And she said, no. She said, I've been doing this for a minute. I've been going to this event called Ball and broke it down. And my other sister, Kiana, legendary from Runway, we were all in the same school. I don't think she was in a house at that point in time, but we definitely went to this place called the Center, and we learned how all ballroom operated through that. We went and watched all the DVDs. We went to, we even had our own mock balls and things like that. We went through a lot together. She was the soft and cunt, I was the dramatic, and it was just like, we were like a tag team. Like, you get one, you get the other. I think from there, I went to School of Arts, and after that, a situation happened that if you know me, you know what I'm talking about, and I had to leave School of Arts. So when I left, it was because that situation was pretty much deteriorated in my mind, and the only outlet that I had at that point in time was my dance and singing. I did a lot of choral chapter, a lot of choirs and stuff too. So a lot of that was me releasing. And the dramatic stuck with me because I didn't feel like I could release in a soft and cunt way, or a new way, or an old way. I only felt like that release with the art of being able to throw it away. You know, like throw all that anger out there and be enraged because there was so much going on, like a lot. And, you know, I was always taught, you know, dramatics, you did put your back flat on the ground. Soft and cunt, you did with the arch back. There's different techniques to these styles. It's not just a bitch doing a 360, that's dramatic. No, because I've seen soft and cunt bitches do 360s and they be a cunt dip afterwards too. Like it's a arch back after the 360. I've seen that, and it's not even a dramatic way they went into the scene. You know, it's all about the energy behind what you're doing. Dramatics is the energy. Dramatics is not what your body is literally doing. It's the energy behind what you're doing. I think my beats come off that same way too. You have those beats that are, the energy is, this is a battle beat. Like you said earlier, like you would think I was like making it for that. But that's just how I interpreted my interpretation of that track or whatever instruments that I had at that time. So moving from that phase, when I came down to Atlanta, I stuck with the dramatics because it was, you know, doing this big one for me. I processed a lot of people that are now icons, legends, and things like that. Yeah, me, little old Twinkle, at Da Vinci, you know, yeah. I went and walked a few balls and stuff and won a few balls and stuff. I had a great time in my career, but then I started DJing and it was just like, okay, so now I got to figure out what balls I'm DJing, and if I'm not DJing that ball, am I walking this one? Sometimes I don't like the category, you know. Nowadays, I'm at a point where it's like, if it says dramatic versus soft and cunt, I'm gonna be dramatic. That's just who I am. I still got a lot of shit to get off, you feel me? And I still got it. Shit, my fat ass can still, you see this stomach right here, this dad bod, honey, I can still throw it around in a cunty way. Yeah, and then, you know, DJing and stuff, I feel like the music has just been so beautiful. Like, the tracks I've been able to come up with, the ideas I've been able to manifest and execute, the balls I've been able to travel and go and DJ at, just getting to see people that have never seen my face before, people that have loved my music and didn't know my face. And did, you know, not even realizing that I also hit the floor too. You know, like I love that whole aspect of like people just like gagging at that, like, oh. You know, the bitches that know, they know. You know what I'm saying? So not a gag factor, you know, to them, but for the people that are just getting to know me and things like that, it's like a release, like, oh, wow, it's making sense. Yes, aha, yes. So, yeah. I think we're at the phase this year where contracts are, I think I'm so much of a creative that I forget to actually work on the business aspect of things, like Michael Jackson. Bitch, I'm about to pull a Sony breakfast move, bitch, and I got time for that. Next. Next. I'm just saying. That's a good question. So Kiki and mainstream different for me because I started off with the mainstream. We didn't have Kiki houses when I was coming up, but it was like pretty much Kiki balls. That we were the big people of those times, but I was young. I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. No, I'm lying, bitch. I came down here when I was 19, child. So scratch to 19 or 21, but yeah, definitely in my early kitten years, honey, I was an embryo kitten. And I was out there processing the big girls then too. I've always had that factor about me. I would gag the girls real quick, and they'd be like, oh wow, he did that, he made this do that, oh wow, oh, combo that into that, oh, okay. Wait, his elements are fluid, oh. You know, you can be dramatic and have fluid elements, yes. You know, but I would say mainstream, the people are kind of like in that realm where they already went through their kitten phases. Kiki is like kitten. That's kind of funny, I kind of did that. But yeah, it's like kitten, and the kittens are raising the kittens, and they have their own like favorite kittens, and the kittens be like meowing and stuff, and they get on the big dogs, which is the mainstream, like nerves all the time. It's like always a banter between it. Like if they're not bringing them from Kiki into their house, they don't see it for them at all. I feel like a lot of the old people from mainstream they feel like their legacies are going to be tarnished or forgotten about because of the Kiki scene. Like, let these kids live, you know what I'm saying? Let them get their life in their own way. I feel like we kind of like Kiki more because we felt like the rules were a little too stern in mainstream, or it was too much shade going on between y'all and we were pawns in y'all's chess games. And we got tired of being played with, so we decided to really do our own thing here in Atlanta for the Kiki scene here for sure. I know that's how we felt. We felt like, girl, Ballroom is supposed to be a fun outlet to do what we want to do, but we keep getting like drug into this bitch voted over this bitch slept, all that old people shit. Like we was like, girl, let's do our own little thing, honey. And then we had the young babies behind us too, so it's like, what way to show the girls how it's done other than get on the floor.
So what were some of your favorite gigs of 2024?
Going to Miami twice, sure, I love Miami. Going to Indianapolis, that was definitely interesting and fun. Going to North Carolina during the hurricane, bitch. During Hurricane Helen, bitch, that shit was crazy. Mind you, plane ticket was involved. I had to get me a bus ticket, so we drove up through, it's about to be a tornado over here, it's about to be a tornado over there, We had to stay prayed up and keep our ass focused on the goal and not worry about shit. But that was a cute ball. It was just nobody was there because of the hurricane. And then DJing in Alabama, like that whole year, like first half, we did like almost every first Friday. It was their LSS. Me and Paris and it was fun. Also, I want to say it was another ball I DJed here that was kind of fun too. I thought it was fun when I DJed for Norman's Fire and Desire Ball, but I still walked and got my team. Like y'all let Bobby Lord do it, why can't I do it? Girl. I'm just saying, like, child, y'all gonna stop playing with me. Y'all gonna let the DJs live, honey. No shade. You're getting paid to do it. And I'm getting paid to win, too. I'm just saying, bitch. Dog. For real, facts. Like, girl, let me live. Let's have fun. I'll tell you right now, my favorite one is Dick at Night. I'm trying to get some dick tonight.
Dick at night. I'm trying to get some dick tonight. I'm trying to get dick down tonight. Twinkle, twinkle.
When I first heard it, I said, I love a bitch track. I love a Kiki motherfucking song. A song that makes you just laugh. It's lighthearted. It's a Kiki, It's real. That's some real shit she was talking about. You're single and you got you a motherfucking cocktail. You out here in these streets. You're just trying to get some dick. You're trying to get a little, open up the floodgates again. Break that little, monotony of being with that one person forever. They did you wrong or whatever. Now y'all done. It's time to go ahead and relive your youthful feelings and stuff. It's time to get your groove back, Stella. It's like, bitch. It's all of those things. And the way she had put that jazz sample in there, the way that she had like the little and whenever I hear a bass that does I always think like Stars Catwalk. Because that's the double time catwalk. You typically catwalk like 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you're doing the it's like it makes me think of Star all the time. Shout outs to you, Icon. I love you. Fuck the haters. But yeah, I always think like, bitch, this beat is gonna be like something I can see Star Catwalking down to. It's gonna be bad. That's one of my favorite ones. I had went crazy on that beat. Like I went all over the world, and that's one of my favorite ones. Oh, top 3. What's another favorite beat of mine? We've already talked about the ahas and the film box, and Mission Impossible is another one too. Velvet absolutely gagged that I turned that into a beat. That was probably her second favorite beat of mine as well. So that's the sentimental one. And seriously, one more. Man, I really love the Whitney Houston one. It's not right, but it's still okay. Yeah, I really just love that way that I was able to I feel like I was seen and heard with that beat. Like, I was able to put my little chords in there and stuff. I was able to let that beat kind of ride. I had added so many elements to it. The love I received from that beat. And it's two other beats that's in that same kind of realm for me. They kind of took me to those levels. The Janet Jackson beats, but I guess a lonely one, yes. And the Victoria Monet Supersonic Pussycat. Bitch, oh my God. Another one of the reasons why I did what I did recently. So we had the 30th year anniversary ball in New York 2 years ago. Well, 2.5 now. And we had productions made. I made a production for the Atlanta team. And we were gonna go up there and we had we had rehearsal all that whole month. Up until when we got there. We had rehearsed until 4 or 5 in the morning and had to be back at the venue at 8 o'clock in the morning to help set up and to do balloons and do all this other stuff. That was the track I was going to use for my portion of the production, and we never got to do it. Never. I was so sad. I was going to give y'all some pussy jungle drama. But, everything in its due time,
The art of timing.
The art of timing. Sometimes you can't plan for things. Things just happen and you have to be able to navigate that. But when you can control things, you have to control your reaction. You have to control okay, now I react this time. Or now it's time to make this move. Timing is a very important key part of life, and a lot of the things I do consciously is through timing. It might not be exactly what I've done, but it's when I've done it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see. If you weren't doing music, what would be your dream career?
Ooh. My dream career would be my old ass still want to be a background dancer for Janet Jackson. I don't know where that comes from, but that's just, as a kid, I've always wanted that for me. I've always saw myself as one of the gay boys in the Lexus talking about trying to think, because there's some other shit. Bitch, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist, bitch. And this was before Songwriter Girl. I just always found weird shit. I used to find weird shit so interesting. I used to want to be a preacher, bitch, when I was a kid. There's a lot of things I wanted to be. But, girl, I guess I'm doing all of that with my music. No shade. We're just going to throw that shit in there somehow and make it make sense. Oh, yes. Now I got a Cinnabon damn roll in my head in the back. I told you to give a Ray J over here, bitch. Mona Lisa, don't smile. Yes. Yes, I'm an anomaly. I'm very special. And I accept that about myself. I think we all are special. We don't all have the need to feel special. We all are special. So what's the need for? And when you know, you can't unknow. Oh man, Miami. Bitch, I love the weather. I love the beach. I love the vibes. I love the people. I love the food. I love, this city just smells so aromatically delicious. Like, oh my God. I love Miami. It's just because I love Miami, you know? Just seeing the talent, you know, I've seen bitches from Philly in Miami, you know, it's not a big thing, you know, about like the scene is this or that there. It's just the scene. Oh yes, it's the vibes, you know. And then me in Miami, I want a nightclub out there, bitch, where I'm just DJing beats all fucking night. And the girls just come down there once a month or something like that. You know, it's a fab time. And we got everybody connected to the rooftop. You can hear my beats on every level, you know. Oh my God, that is just fun as fuck. The gays just be gaying. Like, yes, hairy bitches. Mm-hmm. Now that would be a dream job, honey. That'd be a dream gig. I am Neo. No, 3 words to describe me. And the funny part about it is you gave me these questions already. Like, I think I am the cat's meow. I'm playing. No, like I am compassionate, loyal, and multi-faceted talented. Can I make that one word? Multi-faceted talentation. Mm-hmm.
If you had to say your sound is a blend of 5 artists, who could those 5 artists be? Who influences the Twinkle sound?
God damn. Oh. 5 crazy bitches in my head. They be battling for the top spot, but they all get a shine. They all get their life. They be battling boots like, girl, this bitch over here, she be like, make it dramatic. And this bitch be over here like, what will Beyonce do? And then this bitch right here, she'll be like, what would Twinkle do? Then this bitch right here, she a motherfucker. She says, put it all together. Put all that shit in there. I would say for sure, Janet Jackson, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. That's one big entity to me. The Neptunes, one entity, 2 people. Timberland. Von Laura. And then Stevie Wonder. That will create the sound.
What goals does TwinkleToes have in the coming years?
Yes, contracts, yes. Acting work, you know, shit should have been done, you know. More travelations, more excursions, more music, hella music, more on the floor, not stuck behind the board. Celebrations, balls, obviously, and then more growth as I mature as a human being, I guess, you know? I'm 37 and still maturing. You never stop growing. Progression, not regression. That's the lesson. Practice makes permanent. The way you practice is the way you're going to perform. Practice never made perfect. Practicing perfectly, you know, that has no soul to it. So it's like practice makes permanent, not perfect. I think that's something too that stuck with me. Like just being able to be open and transparent, keeping it real, you know, keeping it authentically yourself, living in your truth, and being able to share that truth with people, make them feel, you know, like you're seen and like they're valued as well too, and that you have a truth that you can convey to somebody that's going to help them raise themselves up. And that's what I practice, and that's why it's permanent, you know. I'm just like this now. It's permanent, like this. Like after a certain age, you don't do anything else outside of your realm of shit you've already done. Like no shade, like you're just you now. Oh, I wish I could say all platforms, child, but we're working on that. Right now, everything is on SoundCloud. Just put in DJ TwinkleToes. I'm telling you, you'll find everything. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, again, goddamn. What did I damn drink? Shit. Oh, God. Ooh, I heard that. Orange juice, bitch. Orange juice, ginger ale combination. Jesus. This when you old, you try to do healthy shit, but you still be gagging. Like, girl. I feel like Erykah Badu the way I'm about to switch this motherfucking hair wrap up. Didn't you know, try to watch my emotions sway. Didn't you know, I put a bow on the side because my ass is gay, yeah.